What's up, guys? So before I get the review going, I just want to give you guys a quick little heads up on what you're going to see in this video. The one route that you're going to see the most is going to be the deep pass. The reason that is because I feel that most of you, not all of you, but most of you are more curious about how he performs in the deep pass more than anything else. Of course, you're going to see other things like slants and drags and posts and curls, but the one thing you're going to see the most is the deep pass. The reason I'm telling you this is because I don't want you guys to watch the review and just think that I'm just abusing the deep pass and not being thorough with the other routes. Of course, like I said, you're going to see the other routes as well. So don't be surprised when you see all those deep passes. I feel, in my opinion, that that's where he shined the most. So that's why you're going to see more of that more than anything else. But anyways, man, let's get to this review, man. Ghost of Madden Pass, Brian Finneran, 96 overall, dual style, short pass, long pass style. 6'5", 89 speed, 96 catch, 97 release, 99 jump, 98 catch in traffic, 95 spectacular, 75 elusiveness, and 92 route running. Also, very solid after the run. Not great like Hines Ward, but definitely solid with that 80 truck, 89 stiff arm, 85 ball carry. So if he catches the ball in the middle of the field or wherever he is, don't be afraid to stiff arm some people and fight for those extra yards. Definitely what I would call a deep threat. Not in terms of speed, obviously. I'm talking about the 6'5" frame. But let me show you what I'm talking about. All right, so like I said, get ready to see a lot of deep passes. I feel that's where he shined the brightest for me, especially on one-on-one situations. If it was a one-on-one situation, I feel the odds of him coming down with it were like 80-20, which is extremely high. Reminded me a lot of that Kelvin Benjamin throwback card. I do feel that Kelvin Benjamin is a bit more, effective, but uh, Ghost Finneran is definitely effective on his own. Now, if you send him on a streak and you notice he's one-on-one with a corner safety, it does not matter. If you see him one-on-one, I recommend taking that shot. You see right here, will not drop the deep pass very often, especially if it's a high ball. That's also what I recommend. If you throw to Finneran, make sure it's a high ball. Do not just throw a regular bullet. Make sure it's a high pass. And right here, if you want to throw slants with him, that's cool, but I don't recommend doing it unless your opponent is pressing. If he's pressing, Finneran has a good chance of breaking that press and just being wide open. If your opponent is not pressing, I do not recommend throwing to him, because more than likely that corner is going to be on him like glue, and that ball is either going to get picked off or slapped down, and it's going to be a waste of a down. So don't put him in a slant unless you see your opponent is pressing. You see right here these post routes. His route running is solid, so don't worry about that. But if you do run post, make sure you throw it high like this right here, because I guarantee you, if you just throw a regular bullet, those corners are going to jump up and just intercept it. So make sure, like this right here, make sure you throw it high. And this it is another one. See, just throw it high. Keep it away from those corners, man. Don't give that corner a chance to get it. Right here is the run blocking. You see he throws that guy to the ground. He was effective going up against corners and safeties. If he had to block like a linebacker or a defensive end, I saw him get beat so many times. So don't depend on him in the run game unless he's going up against a corner or safety. And right here, he had his bad moments, man. I did a review for that team MVP, Allen Robinson, and I nicknamed him 50-50. I would call this guy, 75-25. He, like I said, it's not a bad, number. 75% of the time is very good. Of course, I would say Hines Ward and Michael Irvin are more like 90-10. But for him, you see right there, he did have his moments where you would think one-on-one situations like right here, you think it's done, but no. This is why I say he was 75-25. Definitely not 50-50. And right there is what I'm talking about. That slant route, my opponent was not pressing, and that safety was just on him all day. So don't forget, do not slant with him unless you see that your opponent's pressing. And right here, I'm just showing you right here that he's not going to drop wide open passes. So don't worry about that too often, if ever, because I said he did not drop any wide open passes for me. So that's always solid. And of course, remember, always throw the ball high to keep it away from your other receivers. And don't worry, because that 99 jump, it's very hard to overthrow Brian Finneran. And right here, he beats Rondé Barber for that press, and this is what I'm talking about, that press, man. If you see your opponent pressing, don't be afraid to run a slant. And you see right there, that 99 jump, rewind that if you want to. That 99 jump is almost glitchy in terms of the jump pass. And you see right here, man, his catch in traffic, very reminiscent of that Kelvin Benjamin throwback card. So if you play with Kelvin Benjamin, already and you want to get Ghost Finneran, I can definitely see that being a nightmare matchup for your opponents, putting one on the left and one on the right. So if you want to get Ghost Finneran, man, I definitely recommend trying him out. If you do get him, of course, always let me know how he plays for you. Anyways, guys, that's going to be the end of this review. My final thoughts: do I think he's worth 470,000? I do not. I feel like he played in the 280, 290 area. Of course, his price will not drop that low anytime soon, but if you don't want to wait, I definitely suggest going and trying him out. Just remember to throw the ball deep. That's where I feel he's going to shine the brightest for you. Is he top five? Honestly, that's a very blurry area, because if you're just talking about catching stats and whatnot, I feel, yeah, he probably is in the top five. But if you're talking about just overall what he can do for you, I don't, because I feel that Brashad Perryman in that case could be in the top five. Because in my opinion, I feel Brashad Perryman is in the top five, not just because of his 97 speed, but because of the fact that he's 6'2". And what I mean by that is Tavon Austin, team MVP Austin, also has 97 speed. But if you throw the ball deep to him and he has a tall corner covering him, that tall corner can lean forward and knock the ball out before he even gets a chance to catch it. Brashad Perryman, though, is 6'2", and he can also lean forward. And I saw that if I threw the ball deep to Brashad Perryman, even if it was overthrown, because he's 6'2", he could reach forward and catch it well away from the corner's hands. Tavon Austin, though, is so short, though, that if he tries to lean forward, those corners can lean forward and match him hand to hand and knock the ball out. That was the one disadvantage of him being short. So that's why I would say someone like Brashad Perryman is top five. So, Brian Finneran, top five, it just all depends on how you look at it, man. If you're talking about catching, yes, top five. If you're talking about all around what he can do for you, I feel Brashad Perryman could do much more. But that's just my opinion, guys. And that's gonna be the end of this review, man. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and I will see y'all boys for the next review. Peace.